What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live today. What we're going to be talking about is how to sell more. How to sell more products, how to sell more services for your business. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So as you guys are tuning in, what I want you guys to do is like and share the stream. We are going to be getting started in a couple of minutes. We're talking about how to sell more today. And specifically giving you some better understandings of what you must do. And as you guys are tuning in, just like and share the stream. We'll be getting started in a couple of minutes. For a lot of businesses, right, lead generation can be quite a simple thing to be able to set up. When it comes to selling more, when it comes to scaling, that's a completely different story. It gives you there's a lot of teething things that go on. There's a lot of systems that come into the play. There's a lot of other little moving parts when it comes to being able to sell more. And this is what we're going to be talking about today. How to sell more in your business. How to sell more products. How to sell more services. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. We'll be getting started in a couple of minutes, just waiting for a few more people to jump on as well today. So as you guys tune in, let me know where you're tuning in from, right? Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know a little bit about you. What do you want to learn today? Do you have any questions you'd like me to answer on the stream as well? Because we're going to be doing a Q&A section as per normal. Going to be doing some Q&A as well. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, how to go about selling more. For a lot of businesses, they seem to have a lot of challenges when it comes to selling. Some have sold before, some haven't sold before, different levels of expertise. Some people have a sales team, some people don't. So when it comes to being able to sell more, it's like you've got to have a strategy, you've got to have a process, you've got to understand a few things, right? So really, when it comes to being able to sell more, number one is you really got to understand what your numbers are. So you got to understand your numbers. When it comes to being able to sell more, first of all, you really got to understand the numbers around selling more. Business does become a game. You understand where you're at, you can start working out what you must do in order to scale, in order to sell more. A lot of the time, it's not even the fact that you need more leads in your business to be able to grow it. You can do more with what you currently have. You just got to work out more ways to articulate things better. Okay? So when it comes to selling more, it's understanding the numbers around these factors: leads, appointments if you do it, and then what's the percentage of sale, right? Once you understand those numbers, that gives you a lot more clarity. There's furthermore to this. What is your cost per lead? What is your cost per appointment? What is your cost per sale, right? So it's understanding the numbers around the lead, how many leads are coming in, how many appointments and how many sales are being made. Then next level to that, it's understanding the percentages and the dollar values. So what's our cost per lead? Is it $1 a lead? Is it $5 a lead? Is it $10 a lead? What is it? What's the percentage of lead to appointment, and what is it costing me to get one appointment? And then next level to that, what is the percentage of sale from the appointments, or the percentage of sale from the amount of leads coming through? You know, is it 1 in 5? Is it 1 in 8? Is it 1 in 10? Is it 1 in 12? Is it 1 in 50? Is it 1 in 100? Right? What is it? You really got to understand these particular types of numbers, right? So when it comes to selling more, it's not rocket science. It's just a strategy. It's just a understanding as to where your business is at. Like, because I mean, if you don't understand, if you get thrown in the middle of a desert and you don't know where you are, right, then you won't know how to get to where you want to get to. So if you get given a map, if you get given a compass, it's a bit of a different story. You get told what country you're in, and you get told, you know, hey, if you walk 50 kilometers north, or you walk 10 meters north, 10 kilometers north, right? You know that you'll get to a certain destination. You got a compass and a map there. So really understanding the leads, the appointments, the sales, the percentages with all of that as well is really, really important when it comes to selling more, right? Specifically. So these numbers you've really, really, really got to understand. Next level to that. When it comes to selling more, the process. What is your process? Where are the large proportion of your deals coming from right now in the process? Is it coming from phone conversations? Is it coming from, things that you've done in the past? Is it what's the process, right? Is it coming from old leads? Is it coming from new leads? Where does your focus go? Okay, because where your focus goes, the attention flows and the results show. Okay, so you've got to understand your process. Is there leaking bits? Where's the leaks? For some of you, the leaks might be in a lack of appointments. If some of you the leaks might be a lack of leads, right? Because you're closing 9 out of 10 that you get at the moment. For some of you, the leads might be, the leaks might be in the actual sales process at the moment. You're just not closing enough deals, right? The weakness might be that you've got no follow-up, right? So when it comes to selling more, you've got to work out where the leaks are, and then you plug the leaks. So you've got to, and a lot of the time it's a skill, right? So there's a skill deficiency in one area that you must work on, you must get some training on, and you must get some help with, okay? So once you physically plug the leak with a skill, right, that you must up level yourself as a person, as a business owner, right, and work on that. Some of you don't even have a process, right? You just jump on the phone and expect that, hey, these people will want to buy my product, right? And nobody does that. Nobody just calls up a place, right, through the internet and says, I want to buy. It's very, very minimal. If you're going to a service provider in some way, shape, or form, right? You're not going to just call that one specific person that you've never had a contact with before, never spoken to before ever, and you're just going to say, I want to buy your product, right? You do that still, yes, but it's people that you understand, you trust, you've built a relationship with in some way, shape, or form with. 99% of the time, the conversations, you've got to have a process and a strategy. You can't just do chit-chat. Too many of you are just doing chit-chat at the moment. So when it comes to selling more, you need a process, you need a strategy. One of our clients, they just turned on some ads literally last night. They got leads last night coming through, had their first conversation. The conversation we had today was, hey, did you get a process out of the armory to follow? Okay. Did you get scripts? Have you changed your scripts? Okay. Have you put your own process together? Remember, this will be something that you'll hand across to a sales team eventually. All right. It won't be something specifically that you will do for the rest of your life. It will be outsourced. It will be salespeople in the team that you pass this skill to. Okay. And, there'll be a professional that will literally do this for you. So you've got to have a process, right? So we've literally got all the processes for our clients already, right? There's nothing else like it on the whole entire internet. Everyone goes, work it all out yourself, right? Here's some ideas, here's some things. But we've literally got it all mapped out for people. They've just got to change little bits and pieces, and that's it. So you've got to have a process. If you don't have a process, you don't have a plan and a process, you plan to fail, don't you? I'm sure you guys have heard that before. So when it comes to selling more, you got to have a process, you got to have a strategy in place, right? If you guys have just been doing referrals to today's date, that's great. You don't even really need a process for referrals. It's already pre-sold for you. When it comes to online market, when it comes to selling through social media, it's a very different ball game. Okay, you've got to have a process, you've got to have a strategy. However, in saying that, if you're dealing with referral business and you've got a process still, it will increase a minimum of like 10% of your close ratios, minimum, right? On all conversations you've had over a full 12-month period, it'll increase by a minimum of 10. Okay, 10% that is. And that's that. So you've got to have the process there in place to follow. Okay, and I'm going to be taking questions today. Like and share the stream. I'm going to be taking questions today. Any questions that you guys have, I'm going to be answering those questions. So like and share the stream, so more people can hear this info, right? So this is how to sell more, right? I spoke to you, first of all, you got to know the numbers. Number 2, you got to have the process in place, right? For some of you, you might be salespeople, okay? For some of you, you might be business owners, right? All this type of stuff, right? That's okay. It is all relative to the same, right? So this is it. So number 1, you got to know the numbers. I spoke to you about all of that. Number 2, you got to have the process. You got to fix the leaks. Now, when it comes to the next aspect is, when it comes to selling more, you got to have the follow-up, right? So you got to be able to follow people up, right? The amount of people that buy on the first hit, with a lot of our online campaigns, like there's more people that don't buy than there is people that do buy, right? It's just the way it works in sales. It's the way it works in business. More people that walk through the door don't buy than people that actually do buy. So it's our role to be able to increase the amount of people that do buy, right? Yeah, for a lot of you, if you just got one extra sale per month, it would make a massive difference to your business. If you just got one extra sale per month, right? So the follow-up is like this. It's email. It's phone call. It is text. Okay? 3 sort of main versions of follow-up. Email, phone call, text. And for those of you that are marketing, right? For some of you that are marketing and so on as well, using social media, hitting them with new content, retargeting, building relationships. I spoke to you guys about earlier in the piece. I spoke to you guys about earlier around what's important when it comes to social media and, building your own sphere of influence, building your own, I forget the word that I used, building your own ecosystem. That's the word that I used. So it's building your own ecosystem. So when it comes to being able to sell more, it's building your own ecosystem around it all. Okay. Now, what's going to happen is when you're implementing this within your process, it seems like a lot, but it's actually quite straightforward. All of this can be templated. This here is templated. You can even actually automate that process, right, guys? You can even automate that. You can template that, right? Within industries that I've worked in, multitude of different industries that I've worked in now around all of this, we had all of this templated. So we would have salespeople go, okay, based on our testing, this is the text that you would send. Based on our testing, this is the voicemail that you would leave. Based on our testing, this is how you run the phone call. Based on our testing, this is the email you send, okay? This is the process that you use to send your emails, okay? So everything can be templated. Everything's a strategy. Everything's a process. Your content, right? Once you've got so much content on a page, you can start reusing your content. Not everyone's going to remember the content for starters, And number two, not everyone is going to have seen the content on your page. We look at like a very 1 to 3% of people on the page that actually view your content, right? It's very, 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 very minimal, right? So reusing content, all these types of things, you can do all of that. You can rehash over subjects. A lot of the time it takes 5 to 7 times for somebody to go, oh yeah, that's what you were talking about, or whatever, right? So all of it's very relevant. What I'll do is I'm going to give you guys just a few other tips for the process, right? So when it comes to the first ones, the numbers. Number 2 was the strategy or the process. Number 3 is the follow-up, and here's the follow-up and everything. What I'm going to talk actually about instead is what's going to happen when you do this, okay? This is what you'll understand. When you actually do this for yourself, this is what you'll understand. And guys, hit me up with questions in the below, right? I'm sharing a lot of information now. I understand. And you might be like, okay, look, what else can be done, or whatever questions. Share your questions below so I can get those answered for you. Welcome to the call, Indra, and welcome to the call, Serena. Hope you are doing amazing. We've got a couple other people on the call. Don't know who you are. That's okay. Just let me know. Say g'day. That would be wonderful. So this is what's going to happen when you get this down pat. Right? You will know I invest X, Y, Z dollars and I'll get 1 sale. Okay? You will, when you get this, when you do this, this is the level of what you receive and get. Next level to that, you'll go, I speak to 10 people, right? And that'll equal 3 sales. Okay? This is what's going to happen. We do this. We speak to 10, we get 3. Okay? Because we've got a weed out process of the people that aren't ready to do something, so we don't waste our time. Okay? And you guys can have the exact same thing too. So you got to weed out the people that are going to waste your time, the people that can't afford to work with you, that type of stuff, right? You've got to have a way to be able to remove those people completely. And sometimes, right, what happens, like we've got it nailed across Australia, New Zealand, and America, those types of countries, right? But we've gone into other markets, right? And all of this is skewed. And, you know, whether it be that's what the market is, or which I don't believe in the market being that. I just believe more so that we're speaking to the wrong people in these areas, right? But this is all the things that you understand, right? So when you move into other countries, there's hiccups that happen within this process, okay? But the one, once you got it nailed down for a country, this is what it gives you. For a lot of you, if you're not established in Australia properly at the moment and you're going through this process, right? Or if you're in America, or if you're in Canada, or if you're in somewhere like that in the world, right? If your business isn't really well known, you can get it to this a lot quicker. You just need someone to give all of this to you. Okay? That's all it is. So, and this is what it gives us within, you know, the Australia market, the New Zealand market, because we've got a pretty decent presence in these two areas. This is what it gives us. So we know that when we invest XYZ dollars, we get 1 sale. We know that when we speak to 10 people, that we get 3 sales as a minimum, because we just tuned in our sales process, right? But that's taken me 13 years to get that right. Okay, 13 years. Some of you might go, well, okay, I haven't been around sales or in business for 13 years or anything like that. So I haven't got this yet, and that's okay. I can give this to you. I can help you with the sales process. If you got sales people, I can help you train the sales people, okay, to be able to do this. All you got to do is just hit us up, and I'm happy to work out and see if that's what that looks like for you to assist you, okay? Because everything that I do every single day here is for you guys. It's not for anybody else, right? Some of you that keep showing up every single day are the ones that are going to move forward the fastest. So this is what it's all about, everybody. How to sell more is not rocket science. It is a process. That's all it is. A process of knowing your numbers, knowing doing a firm analysis, and hey, these types of activities I'll prefer you to do late at night when you can't speak to people and use the process. Okay, so you can use that type of stuff to look at numbers and everything of an evening when there's no distractions and whatever else as well. It's just a better time to do it. Remember, everything that I say, right, and everything that I talk about, I currently do. Therefore, I want to give you all of this so that you can move forward faster, get results faster, and be more efficient with your time. Because, during the day, looking at numbers, all that type of stuff, it's an activity that can be done any time of day, or any time of day, night, evening, whatever. And it doesn't have to take out of your time that you spend in or on your business during the day, getting results that are going to move the needle forward, right? You've got goals, you've got things that you want to achieve in your business. So during the day is times for that. Okay, what's going to move me the fastest forward? And it's going through the process, generating leads, making sales. That's what's going to move you forward faster in your business. Put more money in the bank account, enable you to invest more into marketing, enable you to invest more into people that are going to help you get the results, into consultants to maybe help you systemize things, whatever that is for you. Okay? Everyone's at a different point. And all it's going to take is just a different outlook on it. Okay? So, questions. Hit me with some questions. I am going to be answering those questions as well right now. By the way, who wants some predictability in their business, by the way? Who wants a bit more predictability in their growth? All of you should say yes. Welcome, Betty. Welcome. Good to have you on. Marvelous, marvelous, marvelous. No questions there today as well. So that's okay. It makes it nice and easy for me. Can wrap this up. I can go and get some lunch, and then we can have our sales meeting at 1. So it's perfect for me. Don't know what I'm going to have today. What is going to move my health the furthest forward? Chicken. Yes. I'm in. So awesome, guys. So that one's it for today. This is how you can go about selling more. It's really, really important that you follow the process, right? So it's just the 3 steps in summary. Numbers, process, and follow up. What happens? You get predictable results. Okay? You know what to duplicate. If you know what to duplicate, you know what to do more of. What happens? You can turn it into a predictable result. But each part of it, right, is going to have little leaky holes. All of you have little leaky holes. We've got leaky holes at the moment. We're looking to sort of clog up some leaky holes, right? I understand that. And this is exactly what you must be doing, this particular part of the process. I'm going to go through and answer some questions, see if anyone's got any other questions or anything here. I remember to take a bit of answers and come through when ask a question. Yeah, 100%. Fantastic. Awesome, guys. Well, that's it for today. There's no other questions or anything. All I want you guys to do is just to remember one thing, right? One thing. If you do not fight for your own freedom, absolutely nobody else will. So every single day you must get out there. Every single day you must take action. Every single day implement what we speak about. When you get a result, give us a review at the top of the page, right? Really, really appreciate that. That's all I ask. And what I want you guys to do, remember, is to be the warrior. I'll speak to you guys really, really soon and look forward to speaking to you. Cheers.